So we have here a red wine. It's got a solid ruby core, holds its color pretty true to the rim. A little slight watering out on the edge, but pretty true color to the edge there. The wine is clear with a moderate plus concentration of color. It's day bright. There's no evidence of any gas or sediment. And slight staining of the tears. Viscosity is medium on the nose. The wine's clean and youthful, of a moderate plus aromatic intensity. Mostly red fruits here, kind of like tartar, sort of crunchy red fruits, red cherries, raspberries, red plum. Everything is pretty much perfectly ripe. There's a little bit of kind of like stemmy black fruit as well, almost like a little bit of blackberry, but there's some leafiness as well, almost like the fruit's right off the bush. There's kind of like a brambly characteristic to the fruit. Secondarily here, a lot of green herbaceous notes. There's like green and red bell pepper, probably an indication of pyrazine here. Almost like a savory kind of like pencil lead quality as well. Violet floral characteristic, almost like dried violets on the nose. And the minerality here is more of like this kind of turned earth, kind of mulchy compost kind of characteristic. No evidence of oak. There is like some spicy aromas, but I think that's more from the grape variety rather than any sort of oak influence. On the palate, the wine's dry. The wine's got a moderate plus intensity, kind of driven by riper, kind of fresher red and black fruit flavors. So you're still in that kind of like red cherry. There's almost like kind of a crunchy pomegranate and raspberry characteristic, along with a bit of like blackberry and black plum backing that up. Still that kind of leafy, savory, herbaceous quality is showing through on the palate as well. You still have those violet floral characteristics showing through. I am still getting that kind of like roasted green and red bell pepper characteristic, which once again is making me think of pyrazines here, that kind of vegetative quality. There's also like a rhubarb and dried strawberry note on the palate, those violet characteristics showing through. Minerality here is still dominated by that kind of like composty turned earth, sort of mulchy minerality, and still no evidence of any new oak on the palate. It's probably matured in a larger oak vessel. There's no real like oxidation to the fruit. Everything's very clean and fresh and youthful. Structurally, this is let's say a medium-bodied red wine with moderate plus acidity and tannin, but the tannins are kind of like short and pretty quick to resolve. I was gonna say alcohol is moderate. The wine is of high complexity, it's in balance, got a long length of finish. Initial conclusion, I'm going to take this to the old world in a moderate climate. Possible grape varieties, I'm thinking this is in the sort of Cabernet family, something that has those pyrazinic qualities. So I'm thinking Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, or like Malbec, some of those Bordelaise grapes. And I'm going to say that this is Cabernet Franc based red wine coming from the Loire Valley in Chinon. I'll say this from 2016 of high quality. All right, let's see what we got. Ah, man. All right. This is Carmenere. It's kind of in that like Bordeaux vein. I felt like it was sort of in that Cabernet Pyrazine sort of family. That was tastier than I expected.